The evening air was crisp and quiet, wrapping the city in an eerie stillness. The parking lot stretched wide and empty, its flickering streetlights casting uneven glows on the pavement. Nadia, a tall and composed black woman in her early 30s, walked confidently toward her car, her gym bag slung casually over one shoulder. She had spent the last hour pushing herself to the limit in her workout, an intense mix of weights and endurance training that left her feeling powerful and focused. To anyone watching, Nadia looked like an ordinary woman, just finishing her day. But what they couldn't see was her past, years spent in the military, training as part of an elite unit tasked with missions most people couldn't imagine. Nadia had honed her body and mind to be unshakable under pressure. She had faced adversaries far more dangerous than anything a dark parking lot could throw her way. Still, old habits died hard. Her sharp eyes darted around the lot as she approached her car, scanning every shadow, every corner. She didn't expect trouble tonight, but Nadia had learned long ago that trouble often came when you least expected it. As she reached her car, a voice cut through the silence. "Hey there, beautiful," it called, smooth and laced with arrogance. Nadia's head tilted slightly, her posture stiffening just enough to show she'd heard it. From the corner of her eye, she saw him step out from behind a van parked a few spaces away. He was tall, broad, and moved with a swagger that screamed entitlement. His cocky grin widened as he approached. "Need some help?" he asked, his tone mockingly friendly. Nadia ignored him, her step steady as she reached for her car keys. She wasn't in the mood for games, and this wasn't the first time she'd dealt with a man who mistook her silence for weakness. "Hey, I'm talking to you," the man said, his voice louder now, tinged with irritation. He quickened his pace, closing the gap between them. When she finally turned to face him, her expression was calm but unyielding. "I'm fine," she said simply, her voice steady. The man's grin faltered for a moment, but his arrogance quickly returned. He stopped a few feet away, just close enough to make his presence feel invasive. "You don't look fine to me," he said, his tone shifting. "A woman like you shouldn't be out here alone. Let me walk you to your car." Nadia's eyes locked on his, unflinching. "I said I'm fine," she repeated, her tone sharper now. The man chuckled, shaking his head as if amused by her defiance. "Feisty. I like that," he said, taking another step forward. "But you see, I wasn't really asking." Before the story continues, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Stories like these are more than entertainment, they remind us of the strength we all have within. If you believe in empowerment and standing up for yourself, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now, let's see what happens next. The tension in the air was thick now, the silence of the parking lot amplifying every sound. Nadia's hand tightened slightly on her keys, her body instinctively preparing for what she knew was coming. "Last warning," she said coldly. "Walk away." But the man only laughed, his grin spreading wider. "Or what?" he sneered, reaching out to grab her arm. His grip was firm, his intention clear, to show her he was in control. What happened next unfolded so quickly, he didn't even have time to process it. In one fluid motion, Nadia twisted her arm out of his grasp, pivoting on her heel as she used his own weight against him. Before he could react, she swept his legs out from under him, sending him crashing to the pavement. The impact knocked the air out of his lungs, and he groaned as he tried to push himself up. But Nadia didn't give him the chance. She stepped forward, her knee pressing firmly into his back, pinning him to the ground with a strength that belied her lean frame. "You thought I was just another easy target, didn't you?" she said, her voice calm and steady. "Maybe this will teach you to think twice before trying to intimidate someone." The man squirmed beneath her, his bravado replaced with panic. "What the hell?" he sputtered, his voice strained. "Let me go." Nadia leaned in closer, her tone icy. "Not until you understand something. I'm not the one you should be messing with." After a few moments, she released him, stepping back as he scrambled to his feet. His face was red with humiliation, his hands trembling slightly as he backed away. "You're crazy," he muttered, stumbling over his words. Nadia didn't respond. She stood tall, her gaze unwavering as she watched him retreat into the shadows. As she climbed into her car and drove away, Nadia's mind was calm. She had faced situations like this before, men who underestimated her, who assumed her silence or her appearance meant she was weak. Tonight had been no different. But as the adrenaline faded, a new thought began to form. What if it had been someone else? Someone who didn't have her training or her confidence. How many women walked through parking lots like this one, feeling the weight of fear in their every step? That night, Nadia made a decision. It was time to share what she knew. She began planning self-defense workshops, determined to teach others the skills that had saved her countless times. It wasn't just about learning how to fight, it was about reclaiming a sense of safety and power. Because true strength isn't about physical ability alone, it's about the confidence to stand tall, to face challenges head-on, and to know that you're capable of protecting yourself and those you care about. If this story inspired you, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Let's work together to spread the message of empowerment and resilience. Hit the like button if you believe in standing up for yourself, and share your thoughts in the comments. What would you have done in Nadia's situation? And don't forget to share this video with someone who might need to hear this message. Everyone has strength within them, it's just a matter of unlocking it. Thank you for watching, and remember, no matter what challenges come your way, you have the power to face them.